What's up, tribe? Welcome back to Paiges of Ascension. This is going to be a weekly reading for the water folks out there. Water tribe, how y'all doing? How's your week been? Mine was interesting. New moon did not act at all like I thought it would. But sometimes that happens, so in any case, just a reminder for those who are new, which is probably most people watching this video, I do not call out specific signs in this particular reading, or necessarily timing, but sometimes it will come through. I will continue to watch my language to make sure that my readings are inclusive for all who may come across them. And feel like I'm forgetting to tell y'all something. So let's see here. Inclusive readings. Oh, right. So it may or may not resonate with you. And if it does, wow, hello. We're not keeping, okay, we'll keep this one. But we're not keeping those. If they do resonate, okay, for whatever reason, your cards are like super talkative. They were not talkative during the pre-shuffle. How about them apples? Comment down below if it resonates. I'd love to know about it. Okay. So, we've got the Two of Cups kicking off of your reading, followed by Foundations and Achievement, which is the Four of Wands. So it definitely looks like we're talking love so far, but there is, okay, our last two cards. Oh, wow. Okay. That rarely happens. So bottom of the deck, we've got Triumph, which is the Chariot in this deck. So you're definitely moving towards something. And it's really interesting because before I even press record, I was hearing this song called American Funeral, and it's by Alex the Kid, Joseph Angel. Yeah, it's called American Funeral, which is weird. So I don't know, maybe that song resonates for y'all. Actually, okay, I already wrote it down, so I'll put that in the description box for those of you who actually want to look it up. I don't know how that's going to tie into this reading, but that's what came to me. Okay, so Zevia is so good. Okay, so spiritual union, Two of Cups, Foundations and Achievement, Four of Wands, our mystery card, positive movement forward, Eight of Pentacles. Okay, and then our trio here, we've got solar plexus chakra, heart chakra, and solitude, which is the Hermit in traditional tarot. Yes. Okay. So let me marinate for just a second. See what else comes through. So we've got 4 as a synchronicity for you, potentially. I do feel like this has to do with love, especially because we've got both the solar plexus chakra card and we've got the heart chakra card. I think that you've been by yourself for quite some time. That is immediately what I'm getting. But for whatever reason, you are rushing into a relationship. Okay, rushing may not be the right word. You're moving into a new relationship or moving into a position where you're ready to pursue someone, or someone is ready to pursue you. Again, take it how it resonates. I do see that this particular situation is good. I mean, the Two of Cups and the Four of Wands definitely signals long term. Like, this is definitely long term. So this is not a relationship that you are in. It is one that you may be coming into here very soon. Not getting timing, so it's not telling me when specifically. But with the Chariot card coming up, I do feel like this is something that's going to happen soon. Okay. A month, maybe 2 months. Excuse me. Okay, so this could also be a scenario where you've been with someone for quite some time, maybe even off and on of the relationship, and there's been stagnancy. And I say that because we've got two cards of movement here, like stability and movement, chariot, and then the positive movement forward. So this is someone that you've been with for quite some time, but it's only been at a certain level. So say that you were like friends with benefits. I hate to use that example, but say you're friends with benefits, now you're actually going into like full on coupledom. Or if you've been a couple for a while, now you're taking it to the next step, to actually get married. Like, I'm not necessarily seeing marriage cards quotes here. I'm not actually seeing marriage cards on the table per se, but I am seeing a commitment of some sort. It could just be that you're choosing to move in together. It could just be, especially if you're already a couple. If you're already in a couple, why are you watching this? um but if you are already in a couple, it could be just the decision to start a family together, because there is a family on this Four of Wands card, and you've got the rainbow. So this is something that is wanted by both parties. Okay, now, because the solar plexus chakra and the heart chakra cards came out under solitude, I feel like you've been in a period of seclusion, especially if you've been single for a long time. You've been in a period of seclusion to try and find your power again, and to find your balance, to open up your heart again. It's not speaking, at least on the table, to any heartbreak per se, but it is something that I'm picking up very heavily, which is why when this person appeared, or came into your orbit, you're like, yeah, I know exactly what this is. I know who this is. This is my person. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, there wasn't a whole lot of wasted time there, which is seriously rad. Okay. Like, if more people made decisions like that about relationships, I think there'd be a lot less pissed off people ruining other people's relationships. I digress. Anyways, so I do see that this situation is moving forward regardless. Let's go ahead and clarify. This all makes sense over here. I want to know about this combo here. So why do we have the chakra cards and solitude? Okay, so yeah, Two of Coins, and then we've got Four of Cups. So someone was involved with multiple people, and I feel like this information came to you. I don't feel like it came from a person. I feel like this was your intuition that told you there was another person involved in this situation. It could have come through a dream or some type of psychic impression. If you believe in the old wives' tales like they do in my family, you smelled the scent of the person without them being there, which is one of those telltale signs. Old wives' tale, okay, old wives' tale saying, if you smell the person that you're intimate with and they're nowhere around you, they're being intimate with someone else, okay? Old wives' tale. Let me stress that, okay? That's just one of the things that, I was brought up believing or whatever. We've got tons of those old wives' tales. I'm sure the more you watch, the more of them will come up and tell you guys. But I say this because of the magnetite. It draws things to them. So I feel like in this situation, you drew this information to you. I want to say divined it, but that doesn't really make any sense to me. Maybe it does for someone. But yeah, so the solitude with the your third and fourth chakra directly had to do with heartbreak, a previous heartbreak. And now we're not walking, running into something new that is more suitable for you. Okay. So yeah, especially since that's running the reading here. Let's look a little bit more. I want to look a little bit more into this. Just a little bit. Okay, I guess we're doing 3 cards. So we've got the Star. Ooh, Justice and 3 of Cups. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, you are now standing in your personal power again. Oh, and baby doll, is it showing? It is showing. People can see the confidence and security emanating off of you. It's making you glow. Like, seriously, your ass is so shiny, someone wants to take you to the US Mint. Okay, I went there. But we've got the Justice card coming up and Tourmaline Quartz. So I don't know if I've mentioned this before in other videos, but like I totally have a crush on black tourmaline. I have a chunk like this big. It's sitting like a foot away from me right now. I went and bought a piece of black tourmaline for every single person in my family. I wear black tourmaline in one form or another every single day. It's highly, highly protective, especially for those who are very sensitive. But on the flip side of that, it can be very potent for divination, as I most recently found out. I didn't know that, which might be why I'm so drawn to it. But I digress. Again, this is going to be one of them days. But we've got the Justice card coming out for you. So this tells me that this positive movement forward, like the spiritual union, the foundation, I mean, all the cards that are coming up and the Chariot coming up, this is you getting your just due. Water tribe, okay? This is you getting your just due. This is a divine stepping in saying, okay, I didn't really put them through some shit real quick, so let me throw you a couple bones. Okay? And oh my goodness, does the divine throw you some freaking bones with the 2 of Cups and the 4 of Wands. Like, come on now. So there's definitely reason to celebrate this situation. That's why we've got the 3 of Cups here, which is pink coral. So it's like you gain your confidence back. You step into your personal power. You open your heart again. And as a result of that, there's love rushing in right to you. Okay. This is coming. You are getting your just due. Okay. You are the star in the scenario, and there's going to be so much for you to celebrate. Okay. You just need to keep a little bit of faith and hold on a little bit longer. But make no mistake, this is an 8. It is coming. And the Chariot also does not dilly-dally. The Chariot is pretty quick, okay? So your mystical moment in this situation, or your synchronicity, is tiny triumphs. So basically this card is saying, which is really funny because it's a mouse in a jester suit holding a bird. But it is saying in a very undercurrenty way that the predator can become the prey. I mean, that's literally what it is in this situation. This mouse is holding a crow. A crow will eat a mouse in a freaking second. They wouldn't even think twice about it. I've seen it happen. It's not amazing to watch. Anyways, it's the predator can become the prey, and I think this ties in so heavily with this Justice card. So it's like the justice that you're getting, or you feel like you should be getting with this person, it may not come out in the form that you specifically want it to, but that's just what you're seeing. You're not seeing everything else that's going on in this person's life and the other retribution they're having to pay based on what they've done to you. But the fact that you were given the courtesy by the divine to actually see some of that justice is a triumph. So please do not, don't take that for granted, okay? Don't take it for granted. That triumph is telling you that the divine has heard your call and things are being put back into balance. So what your soul is trying to tell you in this situation is to find and hold your own power. Okay, so I love this card. Lady of the Lake. I'm actually going to bust out the book for this one. I feel like it's got... Ooh, hello. So, Lady of the Lake, this says, stop giving away your power to others. Have the self-confidence to stand firm. Others will be inspired by your strength and commitment. So again, It's the fact that you stood in your own personal power. You got your confidence back. You put yourself first. And because of that, you are effectively leading by example, even if you didn't realize that that's what's going on. Okay. And that's actually a beautiful thing. I personally believe that some of the best leaders in the world are not the ones out there talking about, oh, look at me, I can lead, I can lead. They're leading by example. They don't need to say anything. And that's the thing about a truly powerful person. A powerful person does not need to speak to how powerful they are. They just are. It is an aura that they hold. They don't have to try. It's just there. Okay? And this is something that you're stepping into, Water Tribe. Okay? So again, with the triumphs, the fact that you're able to see anything happen in this situation, consider that a blessing, even if it's not in the form that you want. You know, say you might have heard about the person getting in a car accident versus like seeing how their complete life is falling in shambles behind the scene, where they lost their job, the insurance won't pay out. You're not seeing any of that. You just saw, oh, they got in a car accident. That's not enough for what they did to me. Take it as a win. Oh gosh, that sounds terrible. Please don't be happy about anybody getting in a car accident. That's seriously terrible. But at the end of the day, and again, I'm just providing an example, okay? Be grateful for the fact that you get to see any of that karmic process play out. And don't let this situation continue to take your power away, okay? You need to take what you're feeling, express it, grieve it, and then you give it over to the divine, because the divine is the one that can fix it, okay? Keep it out of your that my watch just went off and that totally distracted me. So I forgot what I was talking about there. Shoot. Right. Okay. So stop giving your power away in this situation. It's no longer needed. You have the Justice card on the deck. You've got a lot to look forward here to, Water Tribe. Even though I feel like you don't think that's the case, you're not feeling that right now. You know, as kind of evidenced by this 4 of Cups, you're feeling a little salty. I get it, but you've got good things coming, okay? You just need to keep your wits about you and look on the horizon instead of looking at your hand, okay? Because more is coming. So where you are in your journey is peace. So this is learning to just be at peace and be sated by what is, and not focusing on what you can't do anything about. It's that whole saying, the serenity prayer is actually what this reminds me of. You know, God grant me the serenity to change the things I can, to recognize the things I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference, or something along the lines of that, right? And this reminds me of that. And that's whether you're religious or not. That's actually still a very effective tool to have in life, especially as an adult. We run into lots of situations where we're presented with conflict, where we feel like we need to overextend ourselves to fix them. And sometimes it's just not our place to try to fix it. Sometimes our place is just to make peace with what's happened and to move on with our life. And that is a hell of a lot easier said than done. Trust that I recognize that, okay? But you can do it, Water Tribe. If anybody can do it, the Water Tribe can do it. So, that said, if this reading resonated with you and you'd like to dig a little bit deeper specific into your situation, go ahead and email me at Paiges of Ascensions, and we can get a reading booked for you, a personal. I am also on Instingo. You can ask questions over there as well. And I am officially on Patreon. So there's only one tier level right now, and it's $2, but I'd love to see you over there. So again, thank you so much for joining me. I am so grateful for every single one of you. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will see you next time, okay? Hang in there, Water Tribe.